Hey guys, Love Indicator. How's everybody doing on their end? It's basically time for another Thursday night Q&A live. Open mic, open Q&A time today. Open questions, no questions off limits. This is not a theme Q&A, guys. This is basically just questions galore. Just recently put up two reaction vids. I'll be putting up some more later on, probably after. Once I finish wrapping this up, I'll put some more up later. Uh, just filmed a few reaction vids. Uh, Pretty cool. Um, but as always, guys, like I said, I'm here. It's Thursday night. It is time to answer some questions. Uh, like I said, it's not a theme. It's not a theme Q&A. Next week will be the theme Q&A. Today is just a special, in a sense. Uh, so let's do it. I mean, bring your questions, bring them on. Uh, I'll be waiting for them as always. So yeah, if there are any fans on Twitter watching this, please you can bring your questions there, and I will answer them. I have got my Twitter locked right here, so I'll see if there's any questions. If you're gonna leave questions, make sure you put hashtag Q&A live, Thursday live. That'll be able to, I'll be able to know the questions indeed. But definitely, yeah, it is just it's open question night tonight, like I've done before with these Thursday live Q&As. So let's go. I am ready. I'm ready. Mm, 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 mm. Whoop. Okay. All right. No questions yet. Let's see on Twitter. Bingo. All right. Got a question on Twitter. All right. Question is from Son of Light 85. Hey Brian, how you doing? How's my London-born, LA-raised geek doing? Anyway, your question is, hey Chris, are you going to go see Vin Diesel's new movie? Oh, The Last Witch Hunter. Yeah, I'd actually want to see that movie. Um, it's just the type of movie that I'm into. I'm not expecting it to bring in a lot of money, but I wouldn't even say it's a guilty pleasure. It's just those are the type of movies I like. I like stuff like that, and I get a vibe of it of being a little bit of Vampire Hunter D mixed with Highlander as well, because he's in this movie. Vin Diesel is immortal, and he's been around. And besides, it's good to see Elijah Woods. I love Elijah Woods. He's another guy that I look at, and it's just like I watched this guy grow up, and he's like, when you see actors like that grow up before your eyes, it's like they're family in a sense. You look at them as family, and with Elijah Woods. I look at him as like, yeah, family. Like I've seen this kid grow up from a little boy. Now look at him now, and he's never worked with Vin Diesel, and he got to work with Michael Caine. So Caine, legend that he is, it's good to see. But with um with uh with 2015 coming closely to an end, there's not a lot of movies that are pretty much on my list to watch or see. Besides um, Spectre, of course. I definitely want to see the Peanuts. I love me some Charlie Brown, always have. So I'm definitely going to check that out. Um, there's the movie that Ron Howard did, which is kind of based off of Moby Dick. So I definitely want to see that. Uh, and this actually just looks fun. And believe it or not, guys, I am gonna go see the last quote unquote last Paranormal Activity. I want to see how this really ends. Like, does this answer all the questions, or does this just leave us with more? Huh? You know. But yeah, I definitely want to see it. But with like I said, with 2015 really coming to end, there's not a lot of movies left for me to see before 2016 kicks in. But yeah, Brian, I'm definitely am going to see Vin Diesel's movie. I like to see Vin outside of just the norm. What do we always see him? Mostly in Fast and the Furious, or he's doing his great character Riddick. So you like to see him outside of those movies whenever he does do movies outside of it. And I am a fan of Vin Diesel. I'm not gonna deny that. So I am. So yeah, the Last Witch Hunter, I'm definitely gonna see. That's just me. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Any questions besides on Twitter? Um. Let's see. Okay, got another question on Twitter. Another question on Twitter. All right, another question, and same person, at Son of Light 85. He asks me. Next question is, how do you feel about the? Oh yeah, I knew this was coming. How do I feel about the whole Star Wars stupidity thing? Look, I'm gonna be honest here, and I'm gonna keep it real, as I always try to do with you guys. I keep it real with you guys. Look, you gotta be effing kidding me with this crap. You're boycotting the movie because one tweet, and I've seen the tweet. One tweet was it because of it has the main character, one of the main protagonists in there is a person of color, and the other is female. Not only first it was racist, now it's sexist. And then I read another tweet where it came off is because it showcases white genocide. I'm like, where are these people coming from with this garbage? I mean, this is stupid. It's so stupid to know that there are people out there that think like that, and it makes you it's stuff like that that gives us geeks bad reputations. You see stupid stuff like that. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you serious that you're gonna boycott this movie because the character, one main character is a female, white female actually, by that, and the other is an African American or just a black character. I don't know if you've known this stupid idiots out there, that there have been characters of color in the Star Wars universe. So, what the hell is wrong with all of you? You gotta be effing kidding me, with that kind of garbage. Where just stupid. It really is, Brian. It's really stupid, and it 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 makes true Star Wars fans look like assholes and bigots. So, like I tweeted before, I said at not don't support Star Wars. I said I'll give a shout out to all those involved in this in 3 words: suck my lightsaber, because that's basically my. And I said it before. You can quote me on that. You suck my lightsaber because that's stupid, just dumb. Give me a fucking break, okay? So let's see. Don't be afraid, guys. To ask questions. I'm not joking. Don't be afraid. This is not a theme Q&A. This is just a Q&A. It's open question night. Let me see. Mm, 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 mm. I'll see. Okay. Um, Getting a lot of questions out of Twitter, from a Twitter feed. So, um, like I said, Brian, you don't worry, Brian. You can ask as many questions you want. Um, but like I said, uh, but yeah, but the last thing about the whole racist stuff with Star Wars is stupid. It's like I said once again. I was not joking about that. To all those people who are involved in it, 3 words. I give a shout out to you in 3 words. Suck my lightsaber, because it's stupid. They're just, what kind of idiots are you? Just stupid. It really is. It's just stupid. Um. So your next question is, Brian. I know the first one you just was laughing at my comment. But the next one you asked me is wait, hold on. Am I ready for Supergirl? Yeah. Oh yeah. Next week, Supergirl comes on. Uh, I hope that show does so well. I'm so hoping that show takes off so well. This is new. This is different ground. I don't know if it wouldn't necessarily say it's new ground, but it's something different for CBS nowadays. CBS is not really known for this kind of show genre. What does CBS do a lot? They do a lot of crime drama, a lot of action dramas, comedies. This time we're getting a show about a very iconic female character who niched her own, even though she is a part of the House of L. So, and I'm Melissa Bionis. Yeah, I hope I'm saying her name right. She looks perfect as Kara. She and I'm hoping she does so well, and makes this Supergirl fan very proud. I like the trailer. Um, I did get to see some more of her in action. See her heat vision and things like that. The one thing one thing, Brian, I'm wondering is, somewhere down the line, will we see Superman guest star on the show? And I think that should be saved for a while. Like, don't bring it up quickly. Just be saved. Like, yeah, you get an actor to play Superman, and he comes on to just see how his cousin is doing. But I have to nitpick at some things about the show, and that one thing I have to nitpick is the red tornado in there. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that look, because instead of red tornado, he looks like Rust Man. I'm like, good God, he ugh, that I don't know if I'm gonna get used to that one at all. But yeah, thanks, Brian, once again. You guys on Twitter, you guys can keep hitting me up, because I know I'm getting a lot of questions, but I'm starting to see questions come now on the feed. So I'll get to you guys in a minute. All right, let me see. Mm, Ultraman versus Doomsday. Uh, who asked that? Omnitron. Uh, I'll give it to Ultraman. Yeah, I give it to Ultraman. Your next question is what would happen if Korra and Azami broke up and Korra became the crazy girlfriend? That won't happen because didn't happen when her and her and Mako broke up. So no, but if it did, that'd be sick. And I can't wait to the new comic that comes out that's going to continue the storyline that Dark Horse is going to be putting out. Putting that on my pull list for sure. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Andrew's Schizo. I hope I'm saying your name right. Are you planning on watching the 100 when it comes back? I've never watched the 100. Never watched it. No disrespect to the show. I know it has a following, but I've never watched it. I've never really. I don't know. It just didn't capture me. It just. I looked at the trailer once and I was just like, okay, but it still didn't have that. That really is gonna pull me into it. That's. I'm just saying. I'm not disrespecting the show, but for me, it just didn't have the pull to interest me. That's just me. Let's see. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Um, okay. Omnitron, Jon Hamm. Damn it. Jon Hamm as Earth 2 Superman in the Flash. Could it happen? I doubt it. I doubt we're ever gonna see any Kryptonians on the Flash. Even Earth 2 counterparts. Nope. I guarantee you we'll never see that. I want it to happen. It'd be really cool to see Superman or just other Kryptonians on Flash. But since the Flash and the Arrow universe are so connected, we'll never see that. We're probably never going to see anybody from the Trinity on the Flash or Arrow. But I would love it. I would love it. Let's see. Next question: who are your top female Street Fighter characters? Oh boy, somebody knows I'm a Street Fighter fan. Yes, been a Street Fighter fan. And can I call you Andres or can I call you Schizo? No, actually, I like that name, Schizo. Schizo. Okay, Schizo. I'm 33. I'm 33 years old. I've been a Street Fighter fan since 1987. Since I used to go down to my neighborhood store and watch the big kids play it, and used to just have to watch them until finally they would see me and they would just say, "Hey, let the little guy play," and put quarters on the arcade machine for me and let me play. And I'll never forget those guys for letting me do that. And I wish I knew them. I wish I gotten their names because I would have loved it. But I vividly remember just loving Street Fighter. And ever since it came, once I started getting my own game consoles, there was always a Street Fighter game for it. And I can't wait to Street Fighter 5. But if I was to name my top five female characters of Street Fighter, here we go: Chun Li, Cammy, Sakura, uh, um, uh, Sakura, oh God, Sakura, Makoto, and mm, I would put Jirai up there. Yeah, Jirai. Those are my five. Because I recently did a video thoughts on the women of Street Fighter. I gotta get ready. I'm putting together another thought on the women of Mortal Kombat as well. So yeah, let me see. Next up, Omnitron. You asked me, do you think Fox is lying through their rotten teeth that they're not giving Marvel back the Fantastic Four after that movie? Uh, they say they're not. They say they have come out and said the rumor is not true, but with all honesty and keeping it real with you guys, Fox, put your ego aside and just give them back. Just give the damn rights back to them because honestly, what more can you do with the franchise that you're not doing? I mean, I didn't even see the last movie. I didn't want to see it because I had a feeling it was just going to be a clusterfuck. And honestly, that's exactly almost what it was. From what some people have told me, I had one friend, Serena. You're watching. You told me that the you told me that this the movie bored you. It bored you. It and you weren't. It didn't even matter about like the race changing. It wasn't that. You just said it bored you. And hey, and besides that, look, if you're not gonna portray my favorite villain, number one villain, before anybody else, my number one villain in comics, before any other villain that I love, is Doctor Doom. If you don't portray him right, then you got a problem with me. I got a big problem. Next up, Omnitron. Are you much of a Naruto fan? Hell yeah, I love Naruto. Love Naruto. Yeah, that's not trying to be not like I said. No question is stupid that anybody asks me, but yeah, I am a Naruto fan. I love Naruto. You could clearly see it's a big influence of Dragon Ball, and the creator of it even said, yeah, Dragon Ball did influence him, but it's with ninja, and they take the art of ninjutsu and everything to the extreme, which I like. Um, I love the characters. One of my favorite techniques is even though it's so disgusting, it looks so nasty as the Yakugan, and I love that. But it just looks so nasty because the veins are, and then. But I love that move. I love that move. It's cool. Um, and speaking of devil, is Princess of Geeks, Serena, my friend. Your question is thoughts on the Ratchet and Clank movie trailer. I just did a reaction video to that. So, but what I can tell you is I liked it. I liked it very much indeed. Let's see. Next up, Schizo. Figured it'd be up your yeah. I'm a fighting game fanatic, Schizo. You name a fighting game, I've probably played it and have my favorite characters for it. So you go down the list of all the fighting games you can think of: Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, Art of Fighting. Uh, did I say King of Fighters? Yeah, King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, uh, Darkstalkers, Rival Schools. There's so many other fighting games out there. Virtual Fighter, Tekken. I have my favorites. I'm a fighting game fanatic. I love fighting games, and I'm loving that the fighting game franchise is making a comeback. So yeah. Next up is the Spawn 17. Hey, hey. Next up question is Black Doggy Claw. What's up, Chris? Was Mortal Kombat X story a letdown? Uh, Not necessarily. I don't think so. I really don't think it was a letdown. I feel that it changed a lot of things. I love seeing the new generation step up. I love that. I love that for some. I thought that was really good. I love seeing Scorpion, my boy Scorpion, get get his revenge on that bleach skin motherfucker Quan Chi. Finally, he got him. I was like, thank you. Um, I will admit that I wish. I will admit that some of it, Raiden can blame on himself. He could put the blame of a lot of stuff on himself. He kind of caused a lot of that. But what I didn't mind, I was just like, man, Sonya, you're becoming kind of a. I was like, Sonya is coming a kind of a. Yeah, I want to call her the B word, but she was kind of that, and I'm like, what's wrong with her? Like, you know, like even around her daughter, like she would treat her almost all the time as a soldier, and I'm like, you got to remember that this is your uh, this is your daughter we're talking about, Sonya. Like stuff like that just bugged me. It really did. Um, Bugged me to no ends. I was just like, what is your problem, Sonya? Uh, but other than that, I enjoyed the story. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go from now. Where they go from there. You know, did I feel that Liu Kang would have stayed a villain? I kind of called that. I was like, Liu Kang is going to be a straight up villain, and Kung Lao, things like that. I just wish Fujin had a bigger role. I love Fujin, the god of the wind. I was like, yeah. So I'm hoping he steps up. Let me see. So next up, the spawn. During your Star Wars Episode 7 trailer reaction, you said you didn't see Luke, but Luke was right there with R2D2. Yeah, well, I'm maybe I missed it, but I don't recall seeing him quote unquote there. Like you didn't see his face, but I probably missed it. But other than that, the trailer was great. So let's see what else we got. All right, now we're getting. Uh, hey Chris, what are your thoughts on Super Saiyan? Oh, Super Saiyan, or here in the states called Knights of the Zodiac. Love it. That's another series. The problem I think with that series, it didn't really take off well here in the states, because they just edited the crap out of that series, which just sucks. Uh, but I enjoy it. Um, I enjoyed it a lot. Here you got these warriors that represent, you know, if you follow the zodiac and stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it. Um, I'm John. What do you think of the ending with? What do you think of the ending with Naruto and Hinata? I have not finished watching Naruto, so please don't spoil anything for me. I'm not finished with Naruto, so please don't spoil anything. But I hear they got together and they had a child and Barahu, and and things like that. So, um, if Naruto was in the RWBY, would you see him as a Fandus? And what would he what would his symbol be? I don't know. I really don't because I kind of fell behind on that series as well. Because there's just so much stuff. They got this coming on, and then this, and then I'm trying to catch up on stuff. So it's it's tough, but usually I catch up pretty well on shows like that. So yeah, I can't really give a definitive answer on that one. Uh, am I excited about the next volume? Yeah. When I like I said, I'm catching up. So yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Next question. Respawn. Ever played any of the Total War games? No. Have I don't recall ever playing any of those. Are they good? Dante in the maybe I don't I would assume it could. I mean, but he is a half demon. But yeah, I think it could. It probably could. Next question from Serena, Princess of Geeks. You asked me is do you want a new Soul Calibur, big bro? Yes, I do. I do want a big. I do want another Soul Calibur game. Serena, definitely. I'm a huge Soul Calibur fan. Loved it since the very first one, Soul Edge. As you all know, and probably don't know, but my favorite character in that is Maxi. Um, so yeah, very good. Love Maxi, and good series. Hmm. All right, Dante and Soul Calibur. Could it work? Um, it, I guess it can because if they could put Spawn in there, yeah, anything is possible. But I don't see Dante going after Soul Calibur or Soul Edge. You know, that's not his forte. Dante does the job he does. His job is to, he what is his job? He's kind of a private investigator. Unless somebody needs him to go, like we need you to. All right, but other than that, nah, I don't really. It'd be interesting to see him. But Black Doggy Claw, you say if you were Superboy Prime, if you were Superboy Prime, will you have reaction in the same? Would you have a reaction in the same way? Nah, I wouldn't. I could, I could tell you that right now. Like I wouldn't if I was Superboy Prime or just even if I was just a Kryptonian, a fellow Kryptonian that came here to Earth, I would act. My motto would be just like Superman. Like I'd do everything I could to help the world. Just you know, be helpful. It's just who I am. So it's not a sense of like I would take over and rule everybody. Like I probably if I was a Kryptonian, the only fight I'd be taking a fight to is ISIS and stuff like that. Like I'd rip them apart. Like Like enough is enough. I'd be just like how Tony did in the first movie. Fly over there and just that's it. You know. Omnitron Superman or Captain Marvel? Thank you for saying Captain Marvel. Um, Thank you for saying that instead of calling him Shazam, which I don't like. Uh, that's a tough one because I like them both. But I would probably say Captain Marvel because his powers come from magic. It's more magic is what he's all about. You know, he's the mightiest mortal. You know, and here he is. His is man, this little kid who once he says the word Shazam, he has the strength of Hercules, the wisdom of Solomon, the speed of Mercury, the lightning of Zeus, and things like that. It's cool. Uh, Lee Spawn, what was your thoughts on Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain? Have not played that yet. No spoilers, please. Fallout 7, Fallout 4, excitement level. Actually, I'm actually very excited about that game. I actually watched the trailers and I'm like, this game looks freaking amazing. Um, it looks great. Yeah, let's just put it like that. Let's see what else we got here. Serena, you asked me thoughts so far on season 2 of The Flash. Uh, I've been loving what's been going on this the season 2 of Flash. They brought mm, Jay Garrett, the original Flash, in, and me, guys. I'm a huge JSA fan, and here's Flash has done JSA members very good, even though they you know Jay's over there. They made him a little younger, but the costume he it looked spot on. It was great looking. Um, Compared to what they did with Wildcat and on Arrow, I was so pissed off about that. I'm like, but they've done everything pretty well, and all the multiple they talking about multiple Earths and uh, things like that, and you know Cisco is starting to we're starting to start me seeing Cisco become vibe, and see I'm just hoping, like I said, I don't really want Caitlyn and Jay to hook up because I'm like, she still ain't really get over Ronnie. Like, that's just have them a good friendship, but not them getting together. I love that they, Iris is really. I like Iris stepping up a lot. This show has just been great. It really has. No complaints. Is it the best superhero show on now? Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Next question. Serena asked me thoughts on Hulk in Thor 3. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, it was announced that the Hulk will be in Thor Ragnarok. I'm guessing uh, Thor is going to bring in some help for, I guess, Surtur. Thor's going to need some help, and who better than the strongest there is, the Incredible Hulk? It's going to be really interesting to see where that goes, and the dynamics between Thor and Hulk. Has always been that's a classic. So it's going to be interesting to see, Serena, where Thor and the Hulk go. Uh, Next up, I'm gonna try for a crazy hermit character in the. What are you gonna go for? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just gonna just enjoy the ride of the game. Actually, um, that's all I could say. Omnitron. Black Doggy Claude. Do you love power armor? Uh, hmm. I'm trying to power armor. Are we? We're talking about just armor, or are we? Are we talking about something from Fallout, right? You're talking about Fallout. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was interesting. Um, it was your personal body armor. I thought that was cool. So hopefully we'll see it again in this. So yeah, I could say I kind of do. Princess of Geek asked me, and thoughts on Peyton Reed returning to direct Ant-Man and the Wasp. Hey, if it ain't broken, don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I thought I enjoyed the first Ant-Man, and now this one is actually going to be called Ant-Man and the Wasp. So it's going to be cool to see a duo and get to see the Marvel Cinematic Universe's version of the Wasp. Looking forward to seeing that. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. hmm Have you ever read DC World War Three? Have it. Have World War Three in my collection. That was the big the basically the DC Universe versus Black Adam, and wow, you know this is Black Adam on a rampage, and because of the death of ISIS, it's just like, yeah. I mean, he was so enraged. It took Power Girl, Supergirl, and Superman to hold him. Like, he was fighting off half of the. That's a crazy story, though. It really is. Have you have you read Sam Alexander? No, he's much more likable in the book than that crap show. Um, I've read some of Sam Alexander. He's gonna be an Avenger on Mark Wade's Avengers, and I'm a big Mark Wade fan. Love his writing. So, but what I did not like about how Marvel advertised Sam Alexander was that he was the first Nova, and I'm just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Like, to me, that's like a total slap in the face to Richard Rider, the Nova Prime. And then when they talked about what happened to Nova, uh, and when they talked about what happened to Nova, uh, Richard Rider, I was just like, really, I want to see Richard back. That's my Nova. He'll always be my Nova. Richard Rider, yeah, the Nova Prime. That will be my. You talk about evolution of a character. Richard had a big evolution. He went from this cocky teenage kid that was a part of the New Warriors, stayed on New Warriors for a while, He went solo for a while. Marvel had him bouncing all over the place. Tried to give him his own series from time to time. You see him kind of growing up. Then Annihilation Wave hits, and Abonin and Andy Lannon took this character and skyrocketed him off, and he became the last Nova with the Nova Force in him, became the Nova Prime, battled Annihilus, and boy did he battle Annihilus, helped rebuild the Nova Corp, and then uh, pretty much supposedly died during the Thanos Wars, and it was just like, I was like, oh, come on, you didn't want to see that, but I don't hate Sam Alexander. I don't. I think he's a interesting character, especially for a young man with that kind of power. The Nova power is really powerful stuff. And the thing about it is, he couldn't have been one unless Richard Rider is somewhat still alive. If the Nova Force is dead, then how is he getting his powers? So Richard is still out there. There's no way he's dead. But I don't hate Sam Alexander. I will agree, yeah, he is better in the comics than his his animated counterpart. He's way better in the comics, though. Um, I'm trying to. Hey, dude. Let's see. Night, night. I'm trying. Okay. Steve Spawn asks me. Guess what, Chris? It's a Predator question. Yeah, I'm always looking for you to do a Predator question for me. What would happen if Grant Morrison wrote Predator comics? The Predator with the madness of Grant Morrison. Uh, that would be interesting. I'm not the biggest Grant Morrison fan. Everybody knows that about me. I'm not. I'm not the biggest. I'm really not. But I can respect his zaniness and his taking things outside of the box. The first time I read Grant Morrison's work, his first work I think I've ever read was his when he was writing X Men, and I was just like, where the hell is he going with this? Like, um, hell, he even created some just weird X Men characters like Beak, and Beak didn't come popular, into my opinion, until he lost his powers and he became Nighthawk. Yeah, no, not Nighthawk. Uh, Nightwing. No, not. Uh, Damn, I'm forgetting what he was called on the New Warriors, but yeah, when he became, then I was liking him. But when he was that chicken mutant, I was just like, hell is this? Like, it's like, what can he do? It was just stupid to me. But I did like Morrison's Batman. His Batman was pretty good. I am looking forward to his Earth One Wonder Woman. I think he's writing Wonder Woman. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with that. Like I said, I don't hate him, but he's not my favorite writer. Um, I don't hate him as much as I like Jeff Loeb or somebody like that. You know, I'll say this: like, I don't Loeb's DC work, cool. His Marvel stuff is, oh god, it's like, come on, like, ugh. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what's up. Looking down, looking down. Next question. Serena, Princess of Geeks, asks me favorite comic crossover. That's easy. That would be Spider-Man and Batman. That is my favorite crossover. Um, the both of them. I liked both of those comics. I actually have those in my collection. Uh, Another favorite crossover would be the JLA and Avengers by George Perez. That was great. I like the Daredevil and Batman. That was pretty good too. Um, what else? Oh, Teen Titans and X Men. You know, Fantastic Four and Superman was pretty good too. That was pretty good. Uh, the Darkness and Superman, the Darkness and Batman. You know, those were good because they Darkness actually scared Batman. He put fear in Batman. I was like, ooh. Uh, the Darkness and the Hulk was good. Witchblade and Wolverine. Witchblade and Tomb Raider was cool. There was a lot of back then. Back in the '90s, there were a lot of crossovers. That's where you know you didn't really. It was just like a lot of egos. Now, you know, fat egos, man. Just like main two, Didio and Fat Casada. Like them two just don't like each other, and they take jabs at each other all the time. And it's just like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, it's not. It's almost a point where you want. I want to quote Dave Batista. It's not about you. It's about us. Something like that. So like, what the fuck? Um, your next question is, Despawn, have you ever listened to Disturbed and 3 Days of Grace? Not a stupid question, but yes. Love Disturbed. Are you kidding me? 3 Days of Grace, I'm cool with too, but Disturbed, holy shit, yes. Um, I'm nearly finished their latest new album actually, but I love Disturbed. Got my favorite songs. Some of them actually work out too. So, uh, like Indestructible. Come on, like that's a good song to work out to. Uh, 10,000 Fists in the Air. Oh, that's a good one too. Uh, Geez, there's so many good songs. Like I said, guys, I don't just. I'm just like comics. Music is the same way. I don't just stick to one genre of music. I'm all over the place. I'm omni in music. I like rock. I like hip hop. I like soul. I like R&B. I like jazz. I like blues. I even like a little country. So yeah. So things like that. And you can quote me on that one too. All right. Let's see. Zach. Hey, Chris. How you doing? Chilling. Nathan Banks. Oh wait. Ooh, I just skipped him. But Nate. Ned 140. Ned. 1818. Thoughts on the newest Mobile Suit Gundam? Somebody knows I'm a big Gundam fan too. Um, Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm still catching up on it, because I watch a lot of anime too. Like right now, I'm still catching up on Detective Conan, which is in its 740 something episodes. I'm about 30 episodes behind there. Still catching up on freaking One Piece. I'm probably never gonna catch up on that. So far behind on One Piece. One Punch Man. That shit is so good. Uh, yeah, stuff like that. I'm a big anime buff too, guys. I really am. Um, but yeah, Gundam. Nathan Banks, will you be seeing Hell in the Cell this Sunday? Nathan, how long we known each other? How long we known each other, Nathan? You know I'm gonna watch. You know I'm a big wrestling fan. You know I'm gonna watch that. You know I'm gonna watch LSL. Once I get off of work, I'm gonna be here watching it. So of course I'm gonna watch it. So yeah, uh, I'm probably miss about maybe a half an hour of it, but I'm gonna make it in time to watch the rest of the show, and then I'll go back and on the WWE network and watch the first half what I missed or so. Uh, are you a fan of Frank Miller, Back Doggy Claw? He and I have a he and I have a kind of lukewarm relationship. That's the best way I can describe it. Um, I liked his Daredevil run. Um, and when he did Batman: The Return of the Dark Knight, I read it, and people call that the greatest Batman story ever. I think it's overrated. Um, didn't care for the sequel as much. I read it, didn't care too much for it, and now he's coming back with another. I don't care. Like I said, I gotta. We're not really on, and I don't know. It's just not the biggest fan of his. There's some. I will grant him. There are some things I give him credit for. I thank him a lot for creating Elektra. Okay, yes, but his Batman stuff, I tried to give him another chance with All Star Batman and Robin, and I'm reading that. Wow, when it first dropped, I was reading that, and I'm like, what is this? Like, what the hell? Like, why is he making Batman once again out to be a dick? And it's just like he's calling Robin you little shit, and I'm like, what is this? And it's to my point. I'm like, why are you writing him like that? And you can clearly see he hates Superman. He hates Superman. You can clearly see that. And his biggest thing is what he said. I'm so glad I broke up that friendship because Batman and Superman would never be friends. And I'm like, what is your problem? I'm not the biggest Frank Miller fan. I'm not. After what he did with the Spirit, too, like you just screwed over Frank Will Eisner's baby. That was ugh. Like I don't know what that was BS right there. Um, what else you got? Sing Quan, sup? Smallville's Tom Welling playing Superman and Arrow, and I know it'll never happen. But my question to you is, under different circumstances, how would you feel about it if it was to happen? If Tom Welling came back to praise his role as Superman in the Arrow Flash universe, uh, I'd give it a chance. But you can clearly see he's way past that role now. He probably doesn't even talk about it as much. Um, I haven't watched Smallville in so many years, like, and it comes on TNT a lot, and I just don't watch it. I was just like, just leaving it in the back where it belongs. But I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. If it did happen, I'm 50-50 on it. I would prefer to see someone else play Superman. Somebody uh, somebody else, like give it somebody else new. But because of Tom Welling being kind of part of the CW alumni, they would probably go to him first if it were to happen. Uh, Zach the Thunder. Okay, here's my first question: have you played Transformers Devastation? And if not, was it wrong? What was and if not, what is wrong with you? Go get it. It's the '80s Transformer. First of all, I do want it. Reason why I can't get it because I don't have a PS4 yet. I'm still working on my PS4. I'm still working on getting my PS4. I suppose my plan is to have it before December. So for all those guys out there who follow me on Facebook and Twitter and all that, if you see a post from the Mount Vernon Kid at Mount Vernon Kid or just Christopher Bennett and me standing in front of a box says PS4 and smiling, you know, that means I got it. but I definitely want it because yeah, it's the '80s. It's G1 with all of the voice actors coming back to reprise their role. So everybody, not just Frank Weller and Peter Cullen, everybody, the voice of Grimlock, the voice of Bumblebee, Sideswipe, all those characters have come back to reprise their role. It's fucking amazing. And you know I'm a big Transformers fan, so uh the spawn. Mars attacks Jay and Silent Bob. What happens? Well, we gonna all be dead. Sinquan, I know you were talking asked about crossovers. How would you like this one? Gargoyles and turtles. Ooh, yeah, I would love that. I would love that. I would love to have it would be I want it to be co-written by Kevin Eastman and the one and only Greg Wiseman. Yeah. The Spawn. Are you excited for the new Godzilla King Kong movie? Not really. I'm not. I really wish they had stayed in, but with this new one coming out, it better go down the damn well that I think it goes down. It better go down the way it should because the last time these two went at it, that fucking ape won. And how did he win? He drowned Godzilla. He drowned Godzilla. He drowned Godzilla. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, give me a fucking break. That fucking ape better. And other than that, this Godzilla is much bigger and more intelligent. So there's a reason why that dude, my boy, the Big G, is called the King of all monsters. So I'm looking for a SmackDown. I'm looking. Okay, what I'm saying is, I'm looking for King Kong to put up a fight. But in the end of the, when it's all said and done, you're gonna see that gorilla down on his groveling, kissing the G Man's feet, or bowing like, yeah, I respect your power. uh, how do you feel about the Turtles? Number 50, no spoil. Ooh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 50 came out recently. I did a review on it. Oh, and my comic reviews, I don't do picks of the weeks, but easily, if I was doing pick of the weeks, that would have been it. It was worth the money. That was fucking amazing. See. Okay, next up. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Next question comes from Serena once again, Princess of Geeks. And she says, more of a comment. Saw your casting for a Spider Girl movie, big bro, on Facebook. I like. Oh, thank you. I was thinking about that for a long time. I've always thought about, Marvel and Sony have said there we'll never see another Spider-Man, spider-like character outside of Peter Parker. Personally, I can part of me sees it from a business standpoint is okay. They want to keep Peter Parker. I get that, but then the other side of me, this side of me is like that's really stupid. It's like, why not? You know. And for me personally, I would want to see a Spider Girl movie, um, and I would call it Spectacular Spider Girl, which would showcase Mayday Parker in her world. And I did a casting. I had for May Parker, Mayday. I had Victoria Justice. My top three choices was Victoria Justice, Willa Holland, and Uh, Scout Compton. Yeah, that was who were my choices for Spider Girl. People said, yeah, Victoria Justice would have been a good choice. hmm I said for older Peter Parker, middle aged Peter Parker, Jake Gyllenhaal. I want to see Jake Gyllenhaal as a superhero. I want to see him have a superhero movie under his resume. I'm a huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan. I love that guy. The guy is great. Um, and I think he could pull off Peter Parker, an older Peter Parker. And as for who did I say for older Mary Jane? I definitely look for a redhead, older, but still pretty browny eyes. And think I said Deborah Messing could pull off an older Mary Jane. People liked my casting. I was, you know, not that bad, but yeah, it was great. I've always wanted to see a Spider Girl uh, movie. Get to see the Parker legacy move on. And you get to see May now, and Peter's now kind of retired. He's more of a forensic scientist and stuff like that. He works for the police. That was been cool. Uh, Spider Girl, good series. Let's see. Would you rather see the X-Men battle the Inhumans for survival of the mutant race? I don't want to see any X-Men fighting anybody. I don't like superhero battles as much as you think I do. Um, yes, the Terrigen Mist is having a strong effect on mutants. It's killing them. It actually kills them. If the Terrigen Mist comes in contact with a mutant, it doesn't work well the with the mutant structure, and it kills them. But then I'm looking at it also too is like that's kind of stupid because it's kind of BS because just recently y'all said that Marvel did this thing where the original Torch, Jon Hamm, his partner, Tauros, uh, who was a mutant, became inhuman as well. So I'm like, how y'all doing that? So basically, what Marvel just did was just retcon that. Almost was like, yeah, now the Terrigen Mist has an effect on mutants. You don't see Marvel. You don't think we catch stuff like that, but yeah, I was when those things came out about mutants having an effect on being affected by the Terrigen Mist. I instantly went back to All New Invaders by James Robinson. I'm like, that's BS. That shouldn't have went down like that. But I don't want to see any of that stuff. I really don't. Zach the Third, hey Chris, what are your thoughts on the Legend of Korra comic? I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to them continuing the Legend of Korra series. And yes, once again, Korrasami is canon. So yeah, it's gonna be great to see. Let's see. All right, next question. Let's see if we got any more. Let me reload the. Let's reload the system or the page. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Up. Serena, once again, two questions from Serena, Princess of Geeks. Who's your favorite Looney Tunes? uh, my favorite Looney Tunes. I gotta go in particular order, but I can. I can give you five. Frog Hog Leghorn. I love that rooster. Uh, Porky Pig. Porky Pig. Tasmanian Devil. Uh, Bugs Bunny. Yeah. My number one is Daffy Duck. Yes, guys, I actually like Daffy Duck over Bugs Bunny. Um, though Daffy can be a little bit more vain and egotistical, but Bugs kind of has that too. And I think people forget that. Like Bugs is more of a dick than Daffy is ever. But then there's sometimes I can understand why that Bugs does the things he does. Especially sometimes he's not doing anything, and next somebody, and then he tries to go about his day again and gets this. I mean, there was one I remember the short where he's just on a banjo, just singing, and all far from the woods where he was, there was this opera singer, and he was singing, rehearsing for opera, and Bugs was messing with. I guess his singing was ruining his rehearsal, so he came out there and took Bugs's banjo and broke it over his head. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, and then so Bugs went over to another instrument, got that droid. So then, of course, Bugs' famous line, of course, you realize this means war. And but the thing about Bugs is when he does get his revenge, he kind of takes a little too far. And there's the scene in that same scene, he was playing a character, a famous composer of that time called Leopold, and he had this opera singer to hit the high note, and he still had his hand up like this the whole, and this guy is trying to breathe for air, and I'm like, if they weren't cartoons, this dude would have been dead. I'm like, Bugs, you kind of took that a little too far. So, but yeah, I like Daffy Duck over Bugs Bunny. I'm not saying I don't like him, but I'm just saying Daffy over Bugs. Taz, I love Taz. Uh, Fargar Glanko I like because he just won't shut up, and it's always so funny to see somebody just say shut up and smack him or something like that. It's so funny. And Porky, well, I love that little pig, but it's he. It's good that he's not the way he used to be when he first came out. When he first dropped, he really lived up to the name Porky, and he stuttered so bad, guys, is that he used to sweat, turn red and sweat. Like, and if you could find that short on YouTube, because they have all the Looney Tunes cartoons on YouTube, you can find it. When he first dropped, you see Porky Pig. I think he's in school, and he's reciting the Paul Revere ride, and he's stuttering so badly. He's sweat, like he's turning red, and he's sweating. He's like, and I don't want to do it because it made him. If you look at it now, you're like, were they trying to say Porky was borderline? It's not a pretty sight to watch him do that. But yeah, those are some of my favorite Looney Tunes. I have my others, but those are some of my favorites. Um, Next up, for instance, who's your top favorite Tekken characters? Top favorite Tekken characters, huh? Okay. First we start off with Number one, we're on. Reason why, one, because we study the same, we studied the same martial art, taekwondo. So, well, one of them. So, yeah. Uh, Next up would be Eddie Gordo Michelle Montiego. Because I like Caprera. Um, Next up would be Jin. You didn't say what top order, so I'm just giving you some. Raven. Um, mm, and any one of the Law family for reasons why. Playing homage to Bruce Lee, my idol. So yeah. Next up, Zach, you say, hey Chris, have you seen the regular show movie, the latest one that came out today? You talking about that one? It's on my DVR. I gotta watch it. Uh, who do you think is Mr. Emerald? Who do you think is more arrogant, Heihachi, Mishiba, M. Bison, Geese Howard, or Quan Chi? Bison, Bison, all the way. Bison is more of is probably the most arrogant villain I've ever seen. He's one of them. He's up there. He is up there as one of the most arrogant villains. Geese Howard is more of just a dick. Uh, Hiachi, he's up there too. Hiachi, it's just like there are times just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I mean, to me, sometimes I'm like, this guy should have been dead a long time ago. So, so yeah, Hiachi is another one that I look at. I'm like, this dude should have been dead a long time ago. I mean, I thought he was dead in five. It was just like, or no, four. One of them. I'm just like, this dude should have been dead. Uh, Quan Chi is just a manipulative little bastard. I hate that. I'm not a fan of Quan Chi. I hate Quan Chi. I really do. I hate him. I hate him. And I usually don't use that H word a lot. That's a strong word, but yeah, Quan Chi I hate. So Boone and them did a good job of could get me because I hate him. I hate him a lot. Check my Facebook. Okay, Facebook. No, not check. Not my Facebook. My Twitter. Uh, oh my God, Brian, I'm so sorry. See, I got so caught up on what was going on in the feed. You got like six questions not answered. Let's start with the latest one. Ready for Jessica Jones? Hell yeah, I am so looking for it. I cannot wait to see Jessica Jones. Um, I wish I could have been at New York Comic Con because people got to see the first episode and they said it was great. I can't wait. David Tennant is going to kill it as Purple Man. Um, so yeah, definitely can't wait to see that. Can't wait. Uh, the next question you asked, that was one. Your next question was speaking of Street Fighter, should there be another Darkstalkers game? Yes. Uh, Darkstalkers, there should be another Darkstalkers game. Absolutely. Number three, your third question. You talked about paranormal activity. Are you really going to see this Ghost Dimension. Yeah, I'm gonna see it. Not because it's just like, oh, I gotta go see it. It's more of curiosity and trying to figure out, will this how this is gonna end. For the quote unquote franchise. So yeah, I definitely. I'm gonna check it out, Brian. Uh, Next up, your that's your fourth question. Are you watching Walking Dead? Nope. I given up. I given up on Walking Dead a long time ago. I think the last time I watched it was with when they after they killed the governor. I was and the new season came back and I just couldn't watch it. That was your fourth question. Your fifth question. Um, your fifth question. Do you watch Dawn of Walking Dead? I started to watch that one too. I watched the first three episodes and then I just totally forgot about it. And I don't know. I think what it is that I'm kind of burnt out on zombies in a sense. You know, um, I don't know why. Because I don't know. It's just the way they're doing it on those shows. It's not fun anymore. It's just like just burnt out on it. I said it before, I don't watch it, but I wish them all the success. But you can clearly see that the average audience is getting kind of tired of it too because the the season six premiere didn't bring in the numbers that it usually does. So there's some saying that's a lot saying like, okay, something's got to give. And you're hearing all these rumors of certain actors don't want to play the roles no more. They want to leave and things like that. I don't know. It's just, but I've checked out the show Z Nation on Sci-Fi, and that's kind of more fun. And I'm actually like, okay, this is kind of fun. This reminds me more of Left for Dead. Like, okay, this is a fun game, you know. But I don't know. I'm just kind of burnt out on zombies in a sense. And so that was your uh, fifth question. Your sixth question. Uh, Ready for? Can't wait to the return of Teen Wolf. Absolutely. Um, can't wait to season five. The next half of season five comes back. Really wish it wasn't coming back in January, but I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. So I apologize, Brian, for all those questions you left on Twitter. I just forgot about it. I usually my Twitter open so I can see what's coming in, but I didn't. So I apologize. But yeah, I'm a big Teen Wolf fan, and anybody, and I totally recommend that to anybody. I tell you right now, if you never watched the Teen Wolf series, the MTV Teen Wolf series, watch it. You will not be disappointed. It is a very good show. They go deep into not just lycanthropy, but banshees, oni, Norse mythology. Oh, they go all into it. It's so good. I think my friends Jay and Comic Uno Cat all the time for that. If they were standing here, I'd give them a hug. Uh, so next up, backed up. We're gonna go. What is it now? What's the time? Here on the East Coast, it is now 12:11. Let's keep going. 12:30. I'm gonna wrap this up. But Princess Geeks. Serena asked me five movie characters who deserve a Netflix series. Five? You just want five? Okay, I can give you five. I can give you five. Moon Knight, Punisher. Let me keep count, or y'all can keep count with me. That's two. The Daughters of the Dragon, Colleen Wing and Misty Knight. Blade and Ghost Rider. How's that? There's five. Zach, you asked me if if it makes you feel any better, something bad happens to Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat X, not going to spoil. Yeah, I know what happens to him. He gets killed. Scorpion gutted his ass. And I was happy to see it happen. Zach asked me thoughts on the new season of Turtles, and were you pissed at what Shredder did? I was. Looking forward to seeing where they go and will they fix it? You know, with Doctor Honeycutt, played by David Tennant. Uh, Shredder, I put it on my Facebook. Zach, you fucking bastard! I couldn't believe that. And shit, like fuck, like what the fuck? Like I was like Shredder, you dick. I'm still not gonna spoil it for anybody that's seen it. Supposedly, season 4 premieres this Sunday, so yeah, I'm looking forward. Yeah, I was pissed. I was. Which one would you be? This is from Despawn, a Jedi or a Sith? Really got to ask that question? Of course, I'd be a Jedi. Of course, of course, of course. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Let's refresh the page. Refreshing, refreshing, refreshing. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Emerald, what's your thoughts on Conor McGregor? Everybody should know I do watch MMA. Uh, I don't hate him. He's a he. He backs up what he claims. You know, he until somebody shuts him up, beats him. You know, he's gonna keep talking. You know, um, but I don't like. I'm never a big. I'm not big fans of that stuff. I really don't. Um, you know, I'm more like Ryu. I like Ryu. He lets you communicate this way. You know, he lets his actions speak louder than his words. As much as I am a huge uh, Muhammad Ali is one of my idols as well, and yeah, he talked a lot of shit. He talked a lot of crap and talking about how when you gonna knock somebody out, and you know, and yeah, he backed it up. Dude backed it up. But yeah, I will admit I wasn't big fan of sometimes a lot of stuff he said. Especially when he was going up against Joe Frazier. Stuff like that. What he said back then. Frazier took that very personal. He took that personal. But until someone beats him, I don't hate him. But until someone knocks him flat on his ass, or just knocks him to the point he falls to the ground, and that person is like, speak again, stop talking. We'll see it then. But until somebody shuts him up, he's gonna keep running his mouth. Um, he is a tough Irishman. He's a tough Irishman. He. But don't let that fool you and think that all Irish are like that, because they're not. I have Irish friends not like that at all. But yeah, even my Irish friends that watch him, they don't really like him. One of my friends uh, that I used to work with, he used to always be like, he used to be like, I can't stand that guy. Like Chris, I really want someone to knock him out. I really want someone to knock him out and knock him to the ground. You know, you just want somebody to just it's just so funny. Just but I love just listening, them talk and stuff like that. So, but yeah, until somebody beats him, he's not gonna stop. And even if he does get knocked out, he'll probably still talk. You know, but until he gets beat, there you go. Let's see. Next question. Okay. Prince G, how hard do you crush on Ronda Rousey? Uh, Serena, I'm just like you. Yes, I know you crush on her as much as I do. Um, I do crush on Ronda Rousey. That is my kind of woman. Um, yeah, uh, I love her smile. Um, I love her attitude. I love her views on certain things. Hell, I would have loved to seen her go a few rounds with Mayweather. Like I'd love to see that. I'd love to see her just go at Mayweather. I think she could have taken him too. I will go around and say I think in a fight, Ronda would whoop Mayweather's ass. Would take Mayweather. But I do crush her on Ronda. Do I feel that she could play? She's really pushing for playing Carol Danvers. Um, Marvel has not let me down on casting, but with all due respect to Ronda, no, no. Um, I don't think Marvel Marvel is applauding. Kevin Feige's going on record to say, yeah, he applauds her for what he's doing, but they need somebody that's really not just going to capture Carol Danvers in terms of ass kicking legitimacy. You also got to look at from acting points too. Like you need somebody that's going to be able to act. And Rhonda's been in a few movies, but no. But yeah, I do crush hard on her. I do. Can I do a Cockney accent? Um, I don't know if I can do a Cockney accent. I mean, hearing, Cockney accent, when you think about Cockney accent, Michael Caine, he has a Cockney accent. That's a Cockney accent. That's a Cockney accent right there. Strong, too. So when you hear him talk, he doesn't sound like uh, other British actors that you hear, Most of them, they don't sound like, they don't like you hear Mark Webb Mark Strong when he talks, he's more like this, and they think all of us as lanterns, we all need to strive to be our best, and things like that. But with Cockney, it's more in a sense like more like I, don't worry, I mean, don't worry. It's more like this, and you you can't feel too too bad, or almost in a sense like, don't worry, Master Wayne. Takes a little time to get back in the swing of things, something like that. You hear it like that's kind of a Cockney accent, but I love it. I love them. I love the accents. Like I'm around. I work in a field where I'm around that stuff a lot. So when they ask, like people that come up to me who have accents with that accent for directions, can you point me in the direction of this? And I'm just looking at them and smiling, like, and then they're like, "What?" And I'm just like, "Can you just talk some more for me, please? Like, just talk." And I love your accent. It is what it is. I love it. You hear, look at Serena. I wish our friend Alana was here. She's because we're all gearing up for the new Assassin's Creed. It drops tomorrow. Actually, drops today. But you listen to the Fry twins talk, and you hear them talking. They're like, um, you hear the brother, "We're not playing games, Rolf," and or he says, or once one of the characters says, "Weapons, sir. Don't worry, no worries. I brought my own." And you hear the sister, "Don't die," and it's just like, oh, I love it. So yeah, I love that stuff. It's funny, but I have a lot of British friends that watch my stuff, and they laugh at it, or Aussie friends that laugh at it. They're like, they don't get it in a sense because, but I love the way you guys talk. I love your accents, whether you're man or female. If you're female, it's take me, I'm yours. Like, come on, I don't care what accent it is. British, Australian, Irish, Scottish, Italian. You got a strong accent. I hear it. I'm putty in your hands. You know, I'm dead serious about that. I'm putty in your hands. You know, but yeah. So get ready to wrap this up, guys. If you have any more questions, leave them now. So leave them now. See, all right, see, got you this time, Brian. Talking about accents, yeah, yeah. I would assume you still have your accents. You were born in England. You stayed there for a while, and then you left and came here to the States. So you should still have your accent. So yeah, it's cool. Um, uh, let's see. I think I have asked this question, but what are your thoughts on what's happening to Jessica Drew? Because a lot of people are complaining. This is from Zach Thunder King. Um, Honestly, I'm looking forward to see what's going on with Jessica. In terms of, she's gonna be a mom now. She's gonna be a mom now. That puts a whole dynamic now to her character now, which I like. Now she's not so just one sided. She's just doing it. Now she has a reason to fight, or more of a reason now to make sure she doesn't get killed. But she's gonna be a mom, and the biggest question now really is, who's the daddy? Who is the daddy? Or did she just go to a sperm maker and just get sperm or so? But I think they're gonna build up who the daddy is. It'd be sick if it's a villain, but um, some people are claiming it's Hawkeye's kid, and I'm like, they kind of broke up though. They had a big falling out, but um, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. My favorite action figures as a kid were always Thundercats and He-Man. When I was a kid, those were my favorites. Turtles was in there too, but all the time, my dad at the time when he used to work at Sears, he was head of security there. I think, yeah. And I used to always tell him before he go home, before he leave for work, I would ask him, Daddy, could you pick me up? Can you find? I'm missing this for whether it was He-Man. I'm missing Merman. I'm missing Stratos. Can you find me Stratos? After work, he'd come back and have them for me. I had so much Thundercat and He-Man toys. It's not even funny. I had GI Joes as well, but and and Voltron, of course. I had Voltron. I had a big Voltron, like he was over 6 feet. He was about maybe 4 feet tall. He was a big Voltron toy. My dad got that for me Christmas once. I remember that so vividly. But yeah, I had a lot of toys when I was a kid. Had both the Sword of Omens and the Power Sword, the Sword of Power. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, last questions. I'll answer your last few questions. Do you think Shang-Chi can beat Batman? Yes. Yes, I do. Uh, who is this? I can't see the name. Anime. Oh, Rick. Oh, hey, Rick. Fluffy. What is your favorite anime and what is your favorite manga? Favorite anime, Rick? That is a tough one because uh, I have a lot actually. uh, but I'll just give one. I'll give one for you. Favorite anime would one of them would probably be, of course, Rurouni Kenshin. There you go. Manga wise, that's a little tougher because Guyver is up there, Haichi no Ippo is up there, Berserk is up there, Rurouni Kenshin's up there. Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard. Though I don't read a lot of manga as much as I used to, but it's there. Um, I could have even said anime wise, Detective Conan. I love Detective Conan. I love that. Lupin. I'm old school anime. I'm more old school anime than new school. Don't get me wrong. I like some of the newer stuff that comes out, but old school is still cool. Next up, um, Damien or Terry. Who is a better Batman? No Dick Grayson. Uh, well, out of these two, I like Terry. I still don't like Damien that much, guys. I'm not the biggest Damian Wayne fan. I still think he's a little shit. Um, so yeah, I don't. Uh, so I'll say Terry McGinnis. Okay, so like I said, guys, bring your last question. Gonna wrap this up. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let me load the page up again. All right. Okay. Last question from at Son of Light 85 on Twitter. He's watching this on Twitter. My feeds go to Twitter as well. He's watching it there. Last question, mate. Thoughts on the Killing Joke animated movie being R rated? I've been hearing news that yeah, the Killing Joke is going to be R rated, and hey, if it is, it is. It's what it is. Uh, that's a sick story. I mean, especially what So I'm okay with it. Princess of Geeks. Last question. Thoughts on the new Ghost in the Shell movie? Uh, you talking about the animated movie? Uh, I saw the trailer. I actually did a reaction vid to it. I have to put it up. Looks good. Um, the Major looks a lot different now. She looks younger, but she still has the essence of the Major, which I love. I'm a huge Ghost in the Shell fan, guys. You know, I've said my piece on the live action, version that's coming out with Scarlett Johansson playing the Major. Um, I think most fans, we've all said it. We don't like when Hollywood whitewashes a lot of these characters. A lot of anime characters, especially, and the Major is, say what you want. She's not even when you have a name like Kusanage, what kind of you don't expect a white woman playing that, And I'm not saying that I like Scarlett, but I just felt like that should have went to an Asian actress to play. But yeah, I seen the trailer. I seen it. I like it. You'll watch my reaction, Serena, when I put it up. I'm gonna start putting up more of my reaction vids after I finish this up. Let's see. Last question from Zach. Read Sunstone. I'll add it to the list. Despawn. May the force be with you, Chris. Thank you. And Black Doggy Claw says, good night, Chris. Well, guys, that was it. Like I said, a little Thursday night special wherever you are. It's not Thursday night here on the East Coast. It is now Friday morning. But like I said, I do sometimes put out these just where, the questions are open mic where it's not a theme Q&A. Don't forget, guys, my theme Q&A is coming. Will be next week, next Thursday. Be another Q&A, but it'll be my annual monthly theme Q&A, and we're talking all about the Daywalker Blade, Mr. Eric Brooks. So be there or be square with your questions. There's still time to deliver your questions on the announcement vid before I close those before. But other than that, you guys take care. I will see you guys next time as always, and you know where you can find me. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. I'm everywhere as much as I can. Trust in me, and I will always entertain you guys. Take care, guys.